Okay, here we are. We have wrapped up another day, and this is day 599 of our journey to giving, and it's just getting better every day. And so, yeah, I'm very happy and very excited. Now, I've just realized that Claude Opus 4.5 is yet to return at 10:40 p.m., which is certainly way too late, and we will not have the time to look into that tonight. But hey, tomorrow we will. And so I'm now going to eat and then start sending some of my LinkedIn outreach so that I get to rest and relax. Or maybe I just do more LinkedIn outreach for the masterclasses so that on the weekend I really can wind down. And tomorrow as well, let's take a look at the calendar. Let's take a look at everything that happened today. And then also send some of the emails. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna send that meeting into anti-gravity. All right, so we still use Gemini 3 Flash. Man, I'm so happy. I really am so happy. A lot of good things are happening in my life and everywhere. And so 1, 2, 3 easy calls. That was it already. Super simple. Super simple. So fun and easy. All right, great. So that's really what that is. So talk to Lou this morning. Good. Okay, so we paste that in and just see if we need to give it any more instructions at all, or if it just does it. Right? Now, we're writing now the ChatGPT prompt as well. We're meeting notes, workflow optimization. Hello there! I am so happy and excited. Yeah, so as we're now building the workflow automations later on today, or rather tomorrow, as I'm taking a look at my calendar and seeing that tomorrow there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 easy meetings on the schedule, and I will have time during the day to do some of the LinkedIn outreach already. And I realized that on Saturday as well that there's a lot on my schedule. So yeah, we will need to see how all of that will pan out. Okay, well, there is a lot already happening, but hey, we will do the LinkedIn outreach. Yeah, Sunday is mostly open. It's good, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. Sunday is mostly open, and yeah, we're gonna push. Send some LinkedIn connection requests. It's gonna be easy, and then get back to the messaging. Yeah, I can definitely get ahead with that, and yeah, then send a few more messages tomorrow during the day, or rather today and tonight. Do that, and then tomorrow I just bang a little bit of LinkedIn. Do a bit more thinking tonight, as we have another 2 hours from now on. Anyways, but that's not the point here. My point is, so please do not include everything on my calendar right now. Actually, hang on. We shall delete. That was just for me personally. All right, we're gonna document now the process of writing the meeting summaries. And man, am I so happy and excited today. My life is really beautiful. Anyways, gratefulness. And so yeah, anti-gravity is already giving the implementation plan. I click accept just by the email. And so yeah, the idea is that with all of that system, we will have a meeting transcript automation that will also be able to work directly through a webhook trigger I do not necessarily want to have the API implementation. And we go tell it now, execute. Please execute the plan, thank you. And we'll send it over. Now, realizing that yeah, always giving it, asking for permission is not necessarily the right approach. So, but yeah, we're already thinking this through. So we have already done that, and there are a few folders already on the left-hand side that we would love to configure in a better way. And as this is just a video for myself, even though we upload that, we'll take the suit off because there also has to be a little bit of a back and forth for me personally to just go forward and do all of that. Except we accept that as we are building the meeting summary automation, accepting it once again. It drafts the email, and that is already for the first person. Now what I really want is a clean surface on the left hand side, although it's not so necessary. I mean, there are a few Python scripts. Let's not change a process. Let's not, if it's not interfering, we don't need to change anything about it. Like if it's not interfering with what we want to do, we don't need to change anything about it at all. So change as little as you can. That's one of the tenets here. And then also help me consolidate, at least for the meeting transcripts, the execution part as well, that it needs to always be created from the template provided. And I also realized that oftentimes the meeting summaries there are twice in the folder when I click on it. Now what's already done is that they are being automatically allotted to the right folder, which is absolutely fantastic. But they are twice there for every meeting. And so that's not ideal. And so it now asks me as well 3 times already what the Python execution for the drafting the email and running the script. And so yeah, whether there's a way to kind of hard code that so that whenever a meeting concludes, I just give it maybe a CLI, like a terminal command. So if that's possible, that would be great. So yeah, now it creates the walkthrough. Fantastic, we accept all of that. This is all good. Okay, we opened and it has been created. Really good. We accept all of that. And now we go back because there are 2 more meetings that happened today, where we first obviously take the email, paste that in here alongside the transcript. As we're sitting straight and upright here. So that is copied. Also that goes into anti-gravity. And then we go forward. And now we document the process one more time, knowing that I also repeat myself. But that is not bad to rinse through the process and make the process great. And so yeah, on the long time horizon, there are a few other implementation steps, meaning searching calls across. Now it made the implementation plan, and then it always asks me to execute. I would love for it to have this very streamlined process, because it's always the same, to just execute it automatically. Right now it's generating the markdown summary file, which is fine. If it wants to do that, it certainly can do that. And then it creates the meeting doc.py. It runs that in order to create the MD file. and I accept that. That seems to be the standard process. So if that's the standard process, just leave it. But just make it so that's automatic. And so that all of these meetings are being put in the same folders. And maybe also so that each of these markdown files for each meeting, for each date, gets put into weekly folders, right? That would be a good implementation to do. And now it asks me to draft the email, and I accept. And now it's waiting for the completion. So yeah, all of that is running pretty smoothly, I will say. The only challenge with that is that in the summary, the headline is not in Markdown. Sorry, it's not So here's the challenge with the headline. It's very peculiar. If I add a hashtag, like a number sign on top, in front of the headline, it doesn't create the Markdown like the H1. Only if I remove the formatting of the headline, it then allows me to make the headline into H1, which is very peculiar. So the headline where it says meeting summary and then name and date, that needs to be an H1 heading. And then below that it always says action items, and then it says names action items. So it says action items twice. So the first action items need to be removed. So you need to take a look at that and put that into the prompt. Generally speaking, I just want to emphasize that yeah, it's now creating a task and a walkthrough, and so that's all good. So yeah, just these few approval steps are possibly need to be implemented. And now we do this one more time. We place the email alongside the meeting transcript and then write the summaries. And I'm so looking forward tomorrow to iterating upon that and just feeding that into the model, and then also doing a bit of LinkedIn already tomorrow in between the calls. Tomorrow is then a call of like a day of less thinking. And I hope that tomorrow by the end of the day, I'll already have like about 150 connection requests sent. That would be fantastic. So let's see if we can do that. If maybe tonight I can already send 20. But anyways, that's just for my own goal settings. So tomorrow's day, and please don't include anything like that in the feedback for the model. That is just basically what I'm reflecting upon on my own here. But do include all of the instructions that I've just given you regarding the change and the optimization of the workflow. Now it's for the third summary of today. It already made the implementation plan again, which is great. And so yeah, each time the implementation plan runs, it's pretty good. It is absolutely good. And yeah, I just need to type always execute, which is something that I would like to optimize. So I give it the email, the meeting summary, even without a prompt. That works every time. It's fine. So then it gives me the implementation plan. I type execute, it thinks about it, and then it prompts me to execute that with the meeting summary _ name markdown file, right? I accept that, so it creates the markdown file, which is fine. It's all good. I like to have these meeting summaries also as a markdown file. It's very good. Just save them in the correct folder, right? That's the most important thing, that we have the summaries also in the markdown format. And yeah, depending on how big the markdown files are for like proper filing of these markdown files, what would be good is if for each meeting summary there would be a separate folder within my project with a proper hierarchy, where it has the transcript, and then there's another file like the file where see, now it's processing it. So we'll be right back. We just take the lid of the thingy, so there's no problem anywhere. Okay, yeah, we're not cooked, but dinner is, and so yeah, we run the last email, and that is now already the end of today's day 100 and 500 96, 99.